Okay, welcome back everyone. Coming off of my rant video for the Bambu Lab A1 Combo and my quick thoughts on it, I took some time apart to sort of think about why I purchased this and what it's really for. And that led me down a different path. So here's my video on why you may not want to sell your Bambu Lab A1 just yet. So one thing that I discovered with the Bambu Lab A1 while I was printing a really long project, multiple hours, it was about a handful of hours. One thing I discovered that I wasn't paying attention to was the speed mode. So if you look at the speed mode, you'll see that it says silent, standard, sport, and ludicrous modes. Now in Clipper, for my other 3D printer over there, I already know about this speed mode or speed settings that you can set. And for that printer over there, at least in Clipper and Mainsail, you can set it almost as high as you want. The highest speed I've tested personally is about 250%, whereas this goes up to 166, but it is still much better. So I have successfully printed on higher speeds, and that was one of the bigger concerns or unspoken concerns I've had about this printer set. Going on Maker World, finding builds on my mobile phone, and then printing without changing any settings is kind of challenging. So knowing that if it's a long build that I've started from my phone, I can speed it up is a nice feature, and nice to have, without having to make any changes in the slicer itself. Something else you may note is I have printed out a poop collector for the filament, and this has helped out a lot. This print, I think, took about like 7 hours or so. Again, this is before I learned how to speed up the printing speed time on the Bambu Lab A1. Another quick hack that I've done is I noticed that every time I turned on the Bambu Lab A1, the cords were getting in the way. So the cords for the AMS right here were always getting in the way with the power cord, and it was sort of being squished by the access bar as they would, go up and down. So counter to what the initial guide tells you to do, it says to not put the AMS on the left side. I did just that. So I moved it to the left side, and I also disconnected the power line for the hot end. And what I did was I did a little research, and I found this alternative here that sort of creates a exoskeleton, if you will, for the power cable. And that allows it to be freestanding without it having to be connected to this AMS cable connector, which is really helpful. Another mod that I did is the just putting a simple camera cover over the camera. I didn't like the fact that when you're, even when I didn't want it to record, it seemed to still be recording. And I still haven't found out how to actually access my time lapses on my phone or on the app or on the desktop app, even though I've looked several times. But just the idea of possibly being recorded during these 14 hours, and it has a pretty wide FOV, so it could get half the room, for instance. So putting a camera cover over it makes a lot of sense. It's a nice upgrade. Lastly, you'll see the stability braces that I downloaded from Maker World as well. And I may include some links to where you can find these, but you can just search for them in Maker World and find them. I think adding these in has helped a lot as well. One thing to note, the exoskeleton did also come with an AMS saver, and I did need it. I ran into a situation where I was printing on a faster mode, and this whole AMS was dangling by these cords, hanging by these cords. So if I did not have this AMS saver, probably the whole print, if not the AMS itself, probably would have been highly damaged. But thankfully, there were no issues because I had this mod. So that makes me really think about perhaps there are some changes that Bambu Lab can make in their updated versions of these devices to make sure that there are no problems in the next models. And perhaps they'll adjust some of these stability issues, the issue with the camera, the issue with the cabling, and perhaps even unlock some better speeds here in the future. So yeah, for now, I'm giving Bambu Lab A1 another try, another shot. And I am curious to see how it goes with that, with these new mods. All right, if you know of any mods that you think I should do, let me know. I am interested in trying something to stabilize the AMS light so that it doesn't move around. But yeah, let me know what you've done to your AMS to customize it and make it more usable for you in the comments below. All right, thank you for watching.